About 30 years ago, Jack Montgomery started doing portrait photography. He soon focused on a particular project, taking pictures of people in Maine who had survived the Holocaust.
Jack Montgomery, who worked as a lawyer in Portland, has now put out a book that is the culmination of 30 years of work. It's called From the Holocaust to Maine, and it combines his photographs with the survivors' words to tell their stories from one of the darkest chapters in human history. You get a very personal look at these people. It's not always polished, it's the real story as they remember it.
Yes, exactly. All of the people in the book, all of these accounts are given in English, which is their second, third, or fourth language. And sometimes that comes through too, but I think that texture is an important part for me anyway in knowing I have given them a voice.
From the Holocaust to Maine profiles 19 Holocaust survivors who left Europe and ended up in Maine after World War II. Jack Montgomery photographed each subject and then put together their stories. A question that was put to you repeatedly while you were working on this project over so many years was, "You're not Jewish, Jack. Why are you doing this?"
Yeah, I've heard that a lot from many people, including Jewish people and not Jewish people. I think the Holocaust is a teaching moment, and I hope this book will be a teaching moment to alert us to how our nature can be manipulated to do unbelievable things.
Let me just ask you about a couple of the people in the book. Judith Isaacson, who married a U.S. Army captain from Lewiston, who was in Europe in the aftermath of the war. They came back, led a good life by all accounts. I was struck by something in her story. She applied for a job as the Dean of Women at Bates College and was asked, "Have you ever slept in a dormitory?" And she said, "Well, in Auschwitz."
Yes, yes. She was a remarkable soul. I was very lucky that having to meet all these people was a real privilege, and several of them became friends, including Judith.
What's particularly painful to read about a lot of these people, a lot of these survivors, is that they were so young.
Yes.
When these horrors came their way. They were not adults. They weren't serving in armed forces anywhere. They were kids.
All the people in this book were young people. The oldest were teenagers, but some were as young as 6. And there are some accounts of people of that age, 6, living in the woods. They were fleeing. Some of them lived with resistance groups. Amazingly horrible experiences to endure.
Was there anything that the survivors talked about regarding life in Maine that struck a consistent chord, a note that you heard more than a few times from them?
I mean, a great sense of gratitude for being here, and gratitude to be in a safe place and have an opportunity to rebuild their lives. We read the story of one family that came to Bangor. The mother opens a grocery store. The son thrives in school, and now he's a United States federal district judge. So Maine was a wonderful place to be, but not without its struggles.
Some people may feel that the events of the Holocaust are a long ways back in time. They're not. 3 of the people in the book are still alive, as you and I talk now. One of them still lives in Maine, Charles Rotmill. That connection shows it's not that far in the past.
No, it's not. And their children are here too. There's a large network of children of Holocaust survivors in Maine. And, you know, they are very acutely aware of what happened to their parents, and they're very acutely aware of what's happening here today.
Jack Montgomery says he believes we are entering very dark times. Like some of the survivors he got to know, he is profoundly concerned about a resurgence of anti-Semitism, racial hatred, and authoritarianism.
The one thing I did hear from a number of people, there are 3 survivors, by the way, who are still alive. They shake their head. They're afraid. They can't believe what they're hearing. And one of them I know, in this conversation I've had with her, gets extremely despondent. Oh my God, I lived through that. 80 years ago, 85 years ago, I thought it was done. And they shake their head and they say, I'm scared. I'm afraid it's coming back.
Again, the name of Jack Montgomery's book is From the Holocaust to Maine. He is donating all of the proceeds from it to the Holocaust and Human Rights Center of Maine.
We'll be right back.